So best believe and understand.
You too close.
If whatever you planning ends up hurting my brother in the end, there is nobody on earth that can save you from me. I eat punks like you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm tired of your messy queens coming in here messing with my family. Either you can get in line, or you can be removed.
What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections and spot our differences. And welcome to my channel. If my face is looking messy, I apologize. I had to work today. I was filming. We're filming a new show for my platform, watchactv.com, called The Deception. It's a spinoff of The Mister. This is your first time seeing me. I've been on YouTube for a very long time, 2005. Follow me on all my social medias, Twitter and Instagram at A Connection TV. Like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe because it's all free to do. And I want to get into this messy reunion. Baby Vanessa is messy, baby. She is messy boots, child. Messy boots, and I am living for it. Because you know what? To be quite honest, this is probably going to go down as probably my favorite reunion ever. Right? Because how long is this bitch? It's like a 2-hour somebody change reunion, and baby, these hosts, Vanessa, is getting to the nitty gritty. And this stuff happened a year ago, right? And it's a year ago, and none of these former people on this show are here for the mess. None of them. But they know it's Netflix. They've seen the comments. They've heard the fandom. They get it. This is season 4, okay? And they understand that they have to regurgitate all this stuff that happened 12 months ago. So they're here just because. I don't know if they're getting paid at this point. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're in contract. I don't know. But baby, none of them are here for the shenanigans. But Vanessa is giving it all to them, baby. Baby, when I tell you, Vanessa is messy boots, baby. She messy boots, girl. She messy boots, child. Listen, we had the point. I'm gonna go back and re-talk about it. But baby, we had the point where Micah is crying, girl, she having these convulsions and talk about Paul, and Paul talk about, I couldn't see you as a mother, and no, it was both of us. I couldn't see both of us as parents, and it's just not obvious and all this. And child, Zach go ahead and whisper something to Paul's ear, and we let Micah finish. Vanessa like, oh, what's going on? I'm gonna come back. Go ahead, Micah. And Micah's just regurgitating, talking about Shelby, girl. And Vanessa's like, and then her husband, Nick, is like, all right, well, let's, no, we're gonna have to talk about this because I saw them whispering. I want to know what y'all was talking about. When I tell you, what? Vanessa is that girl, she is messy boots. But you know what? I want to go back to the beginning, right? And then we're going to watch the last little bit of this piece together. I don't know how long this video finna be, but they're not playing music in this. So hopefully I'll be able to get through this video. But baby, this shit is good. What? It's good. We start off with Chelsea and Kwame. Now, they done got into a lot of conversation. When I tell you Kwame is using his MBA today, Kwame is using his MBA today and his degrees and his life learning lessons. He's 32, I believe. I could be wrong, but he's in his 30s. He is so well spoken. He ain't had not one drink. Okay? He is ready to go. He represents his wife. He represents his family. He apologized to the wife, apologized to the family, and he spoke about the situation with Micah. Now, what I don't understand, and I've not done reality TV. I tried, y'all. They telling me that they don't want to hire actors. I'm an actor, apparently. I mean, I've acted, but I don't know. But that's what they're saying, is that they don't want to hire, actors. And when I look at some of the candidates that they've chosen, they're not, none of them are superstars. None of them are even known until this show. So I don't know, y'all, but whatever. Kwame is saying, or has stated, that he had in his journal that him and Michael weren't going to work out. and the hosts are trying to get him to explain why did he have such an emotional reaction to it not working out if he had wrote in the journal that it wasn't going to work out. Now that is legit because this man was having convulsions. He was in pain. He was in turmoil. If you would have told me that he wanted to leave the show after that, I would have believed you. So for him to have this thing talking about it's in the journals or whatever, I'm like, okay, I guess, okay. But y'all, Vanessa is messy boots because she talking about, well, Chelsea, how do you feel about Harry? Micah say that she was going to break up with him, and then, Kwame say that he was going to break up with her. What? What are we talking about, Vanessa? What are we talking about? Girl, messy boots. Messy boots. And Chelsea ate that. She ate that, and she was like, well, to me, let's be fair, right? This all happened 12 months ago. And so look at us, and, I can care less. You know what I'm saying? And however that went with them is how that went with them. There's really nothing else to really say about it. I just don't care. Girl, I'm happy that Chelsea met Kwame's mother. I think that's amazing. Then we get to Zach and Bliss. Kwame answered that perfectly. And shout out to Kwame and shout out to Chelsea. I'm glad that the two of them are together. I'm glad that Kwame found the want in that situation because it really seemed like I wish they would have touched up on him feeling like he had to sacrifice to be in the marriage with her and her not giving up anything. I wish that would have been expressed. Maybe it's expressed a little later. I don't know. But I felt like we got away from that because that was the problem for me in the situation between the two of them. That was the issue for me, right? Then we get to Zach and Bliss. Now, I don't know about y'all, but Zach looks amazing. Like, Zach looks good, okay? With the full beard and the hair. He looks good. And, Bliss looks good too. And I'm glad that they are still together. What? Amazing. Irina cries watching the footage back. She says, I need a minute. The audience laughed. Now, child, when the audience laughed, I said, oh, wow. Like, dang, that's tough. Like, you sit here, being the way you've been, and this whole world sees you as this bully or whatever, and you're trying to give your spiel, and the audience laughs. That's tough. But she ate that. Zach's face when Irina was talking was iconic. Zach finally speaks, and he positions himself to speak, and he goes off on Irina, in my opinion. I think he did, in the most pleasant way. And he says that, all you wanted to do was to be famous from the show. Vanessa even went in on Irina. Irina says she wanted to go the moment she saw Zach, which they both visibly had issues when they met each other. But she says that the producers talked her into giving it a shot and going to Mexico. That sounds like what the producers would do. Because anybody could have read that this was not going to work when they met. Anybody could have read that. And she's talking about she had a panic attack and all that when she had, went back and all that, whatever. Like, the fact that the producers knew what they were doing, right? They wanted to keep that aspect of the show going. As we clearly see with Vanessa, this is a messy boots reunion. And to be fair, right? This is what a lot of us are thinking. A lot of us are wondering these things, right? So Vanessa's asking and responding like a fan would, right? But it's messy boots. And I promise you, these people are not here for none of it. And the sooner they sat down, they were ready for this to be done. Because they see how Vanessa is being, and Nick subtly being, and they want no parts of it. Why? Because it's happened a year ago. Irina's trying to blame mental health, but not really, but really. There was a DM sent to Bliss saying that she dodged a bullet. We talked about that. Bliss is like, you know what? I can really care less about this because we talked about this so long ago. It's been 12 months. Why do they wait this freaking long to get the show out? Let's be honest. Like, what? It's been 12 months. We talked about this numerous times already. So, I really don't want to address this any further, but I just hope you grow from it. You know, I just hope. And 12 months later, she ain't grown. Like, what? What are we talking about? Like, this. Well, I just. 12 months is a long time to be worried about somebody's reunion. I don't understand that. 12 months? A whole year. A whole year. The reunion is messy, child. They show Paul tapping the bridesmaids. Child. Vanessa like, ooh, we got some footage. Oh, you want to know what that footage is? Well, a fan. The internet is crazy with these videos. A fan created a video of Paul tapping somebody on the backside while leaving after dumping Micah. You want to see it? Let's see. I'm like, I know they're not about to show this. I know they're not about to show this. What are they talking about? What? Girl, and they showed that. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, and Paul got to explain why he touched the girl on the backside. And Paul's like, to really sit here and imply that I was trying to do something with one of the bridesmaids while leaving my ex-fiance is absurd. That's not what was happening. I was really trying to get by. Wow. Like, messy boots. This reunion is messy boots. Micah cries being asked about Paul. Paul says he was going to say no. But then he kind of like backpedals and said he doesn't know 100% for sure if he would have said no, if he would have got the validation from, you know, his partner at the time. But in his mind, he was going to say no because he just didn't feel 100% about it. And like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't understand. How do you get to the altar to tell someone no? I couldn't do that. Like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, I couldn't do that. Vanessa asked, how did you feel hearing him say he couldn't see you as a mom? Messy boots. But hey, it happened. He said it. You know, she, of course, is visibly upset about that. She never got any inclination that that's how he felt. And she doesn't understand why he just couldn't tell her that or why they never had those types of conversations. And Paul uses the most sexiest word I've ever heard from a 28-year-old. Ineffable. What? I ain't never heard that word before, ever. But a 28-year-old told me that word today, ineffable. I had to Google her. And that literally explained the situation that he was going through. He's unable to explain it. And why couldn't you just say inexplainable? You got to say ineffable? Whatever. He's a smart man. That just, you know, that made me tingle in the inside. I was like, oh, snap, that's sexy. Zach speaks for Paul for a bit. Paul says, I guess I could have communicated that to her, but why tell her to change just to be with me? She would have resented me. Paul is speaking nothing but facts. What? And I just had a conversation with somebody that I'm chatting with on the phone earlier today, like a while ago. I'm like, in life, if you're deciding to communicate with someone and talk in the terms of like, in the direction of dating, you need to make sure that that person understands who you are and who they are potentially getting with, and vice versa. And at the same time, you need to explain to that person or let that person know the things that you like, the things that you don't like, and vice versa. Why would Paul tell her what she needs to be like in order for him to be, you know, okay with getting into a marriage with him? Like, no. I was 100% sold on Paul. Like, she needed to naturally exude these qualities so that I would feel comfortable and know that it's within her. You could talk about something all day long, baby, but if the action speaks louder than words, and if you're not naturally doing something, why would I say, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, and so that you go ahead and switch up, and that's not what you naturally do, then we get into marriage, and then you want to resent me for it. Like, I fell for Paul. But now, baby, we at the point where Messi asked Vanessa, then ask this man what he said to Paul, and I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah. I just feel, I'm going to be real here, Micah. Like, you're coming after Paul here this whole time, during this entire time when people have been attacking you. Like, Paul has, like, tried to make peace with you this entire time, and I see you over there, and I understand this is hard, but it looks like you are, I'm sorry. It just makes me really angry because it looks like you're here for blood. And it just seems like he's apologizing over here. He's taking accountability for his actions. And but what I whispered to Paul was, what was happening behind cameras is not what you're saying. And what she was saying about Paul, what people have told me about the conversations that she had, it sounds like she never was talking about getting married to Paul. And there are women here who have told me that, and just to like come out here and try to make Paul look like this really bad guy that he's not is.
I have no intention of making
You
Paul
never
look bad.
defended him in that entire interaction.
So, okay, wait.
So you
there's
say
a
you
lot
heard
to-
that?
Okay. He said he heard that, but then I bet you Vanessa's gonna be like, well, who you heard that? Oh, they messy. What? They messy. What? I bet you Vanessa's gonna be like, well, who said that? You said some women here said that. Girl, this is a mess. Baby, but Zach ain't playing. Zach look like somebody's Brad Pitt. I'm telling you, Zach look like somebody's Brad Pitt. Zach don't look scurry. He look well thought out. He look like a lawyer, baby. Zach look good. Zach look real good. He's here, and he's not here for the fakeness. Oh, I want to hear Marshall. Oh, Marshall need to talk. Come on, Marshall.
That's not true. Were you there?
So, who here?
Were you there? Me and Paul have talked about what actually happened when he met her friends. We hung out the entire experience, all three of us. We were all friends. Yeah, it looked terrible, but you were there. You're not someone that's going to sit here and believe the edit. You saw how weird shit looked for
I
you.
think that's his point, Micah, is that, like, we know what happens beyond the edit. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, and I understand that, but it's like, I'm not here to attack Paul. You have to realize the things that I've heard that really hurt and upset me, I just found out. I'm not here to attack him. I'm here because I'm hurt, and I want answers about things that I had never heard before.
Zach, you said that people don't think that she wanted to marry Paul ever. I mean, you brought it up, not me.
But yeah, there have been women who have told me that in the conversations they had with her, very rarely did she ever mention actually getting married to Paul.
Women here, so that's there's four others.
Vanessa messy girl. Vanessa messy boots, baby. Vanessa is messy boots. She good. She good. No, she good. She good.
Okay. I don't want to put you on the spot and make you name names because there's probably a LAB code going on, but you're saying very certainly that people said that she didn't want to marry him. She was just out to get him.
It was rarely mentioned, and that seems to be the opinions that I've heard. What I would say is that when I was in the car, from my own experiences with Micah, driving her back, she would talk pretty badly about Paul.
What can I ask?
Like what?
Chelsea,
Like,
do
she
you
would
think
say he's
she
the
wanted
guy
to
who-
marry him?
I know nothing about
Tiffany, do
their
you think she wants
relationship.
to marry him?
I'm sorry.
Irina?
I think they were going through this experience.
Oh, we found it.
I actually was thinking, I was like, I just know that there was times when me and Zach would talk about, like, do you think they're going to get married? Do you think we're, like, going to get married? And it was like, I think that we're on a TV show. Like, we don't know what we're doing. Like, so many of the couples said they didn't know
The
until they
TV
stood
show
up
that's
there.
called Love is Blind where you say I do or I don't at the altar.
Yeah, but still, we're all, like, going through this not really knowing what to expect. Like, I don't, yeah.
We have some clarity.
Can I ask you guys something? Did you guys try and date after the wedding day? You did.
You did? How
And-
long?
Well, it was pretty brief here in Seattle because she had to go back to Arizona. Then I visited her in Arizona briefly, what did I say, like a weekend, and it ended pretty quickly after that.
All right.
Okay. I will say, and again, you guys went through it, and we will actually never be able to understand it because since these.
All right, there was some music. I'm sorry, this looks like a little dark and stuff. I look a mess. I'm just, it's been a lot going on. Just a lot going on. It's like poop, right? It's like poop. I don't really care about Jackie and
Everybody
Josh,
does
but they're still together.
Jackie and Josh are not with us today, but I was able to chat with them yesterday over Zoom. Take a look. Jackie and Josh, thank you guys so much for taking the time to join us from Seattle. You look good. How are things?
Doing great.
We're doing good.
Y'all have been dating since the show ended.
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
So you've got a year under your belt. The journey that you took last year has now been on Netflix for everyone to see. Anything you want to say to all those viewers about the show in your voice.
So I have grown within the last year. That person that I've seen was a totally different Jackie, to be honest. I will like to clear up some things, if that is fine with you.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I broke up with Marshall before I saw Josh at the coffee shop. It looks like I'm a cheater, and I am not a cheater.
And I understand what you're saying, which everyone wants to turn left and right. But at that point, by the wedding dress, you knew. You knew you weren't going to go through with trying on a dress to a man that you weren't going to walk down the aisle and even contemplate the idea slightly of, maybe.
Correct.
Yeah. Do you remember the moment that Marshall pushed you and it was the last straw and you're like, that's it, I'm done?
I do. And it happened off camera when we were filming the marriage, or when we were filling out the marriage certificate. He had called me a derogatory name. And we fought about it, and he left for 3 days. I think what it was a bad joke. It was one of those where we were joking, but it just came off as bad.
Marshall's going to be sitting next to me tomorrow during the live reunion. If you could say something to him, what would you say to him?
Yeah, I would just say that I take accountability for my words and actions, and I hope that he would do the same. I can take accountability for the fact that I went from 0 to 100 really quick. And I can sit here and say that I should have heard him. I should have let him speak without being on the defense. We just were not meant to be, and we both deserve to be happy.
You know why you're not meant to be? Because you have that guy next to you. I'm dying to know. You kept the ring.
Yes, ma'am, I have the ring.
She said, yes, ma'am. Why do you think he wanted it back? And you could be completely candid.
Marshall wanted the ring back because he wanted to propose to another castmate.
And then they broke up 2 weeks after production stopped filming.
Yeah.
But guess who didn't? Jackie and Josh. Hey, Josh, anything you want to say about...
Look at Marshall's face. Oh my God. Like, y'all are so, this for you is messy. Like, what? Like, why couldn't y'all come on the show? Like, y'all wanted to be behind Zoom, talk behind the Zoom, talk yang. Why couldn't y'all come on the show? Oh my God, Jackie, bye, girl. Ain't nobody believing nothing you have to say, girl. But it's all right. You there with Ayers. You can be there with Ayers all day long.
Your role in this love triangle.
I'm not the type to text somebody. I'm not the type to hit them up on any social media. If I'm going to say something, I'm going to say it to your face. And so when I had gotten hit up about going to Chelsea's birthday party, I was like, heck yeah. I had been cutting a lot of weight. I had 18 pounds to cut for this competition. I had cut 12 at that time. And I was thinking, like, love is blind, but love is worth fighting for.
You're saying when you talk about cutting the weight, you're saying, and then you were drinking and it probably made you a little...
Yes, so...
Josh, you know you don't drink on an empty stomach. Come on now, this is like... We'll take another drink because I'm going to go and I'm going to shoot my shot. It's my one chance. When you saw him, did you immediately know, oh, that's Josh?
Honestly, I didn't see him. I heard his voice first, and I just had PTSD because Josh's voice is so distinct, you know?
Yeah.
And
Marshall is seething! Oh, they put him through this whole thing.
Exactly.
So I want to know then, as people want to know, what's next for Jackie and Josh? Are we thinking marriage? Are we thinking little JJs?
JJ is a little bit.
I think we're taking our time with everything. You know what I mean? I think life comes at you fast, and we don't want to rush anything. I think, like, sometimes you can't rush love. We live together now. We got a dog.
Okay.
We got a fish.
You have a dog?
Yeah. I'm a girl dad.
Yeah. And I got a fish named Rick, too.
Rick the fish. I love it.
So listen, right? I think it's fair to say that at the time that Jackie was very, very immature and she didn't know what she wanted, or maybe she did know what she wanted, but she felt that the decision that she made wasn't the best, right? And maybe she just had thoughts of like regret. and she didn't know how to articulate it well enough for it to be mature enough and to not lead Marshall on, right? Or maybe she tried because she thought it was Marshall, and maybe they got to a point where she didn't love him anymore. But the way that it was edited on screens for us to see, you know, Jackie just wasn't the best human being. She was wrapped up in the Irina Micah train. So I'm glad she's found love now. She says she's changed. She's gotten better. That's great. They're holding each other tight in this thing here. So that's amazing. But I don't know. Like, wow, this is a lot.
Jackie and Josh, thank you so much for doing this and sharing so much with us. We are so happy that through all of the drama, you guys found each other. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take it easy. Bye.
Okay.
I'm gonna let that marinate for a minute.
Not let that marinate, girl.
A lot going on here in the audience. The cast.
A lot going on the stage, right?
A lot going on the stage. But the only person that we want to know what's going on in his head is Marshall.
What's up?
Hey. Oh, I got some eyebrow action.
A lot of eyebrow action. What's up? What's happening?
All right. What do you want to say after watching that video?
Well, first of all, a lot happened in that video. Let's just say that. But I think that a lot of people want me to be reactionary, and I think that it's just best to just let them have their moment. And because there's a lot to see and there's a lot to think back on, and it's hard to watch a video, however long it was, 2-3 minutes, and talk to each point that I would like to, because I can't quite recollect what happened in the video.
It's
different when I'm here talking to somebody.
I hear what
you know
you're
what I'm
saying. Well, since they aren't here, we'll start off. She said she never cheated on you. She broke up with you.
She messy to go messy boots. She messy boots. Girl, y'all need to put this woman on every damn reunion show. This girl is messy boots, and to be quite honest, I really don't know what's happening in their marriage and their relationship. Maybe they're like Manilo, but I see her getting him together all the time. Look at the face. He got this face. He looking at her like, what? This girl is messy boots.
Before she had the date with Josh. That was the first point she made.
Okay.
That's all you have to say about that.
It doesn't matter if it was before or a day after. It's still like you're kissing a new dude immediately after you just broke up with somebody, and I was supposed to be what?
So, are you completely blindsided that she didn't want this to work out, or did you know in the back of your mind like this isn't working out?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I feel like happened between Jackie and myself that it would have inevitably gotten to that point, but I think what we all have to realize.
Let's take a minute. Marshall is fine as hell. Okay? Marshall is fine as hell. Okay? We're just gonna take a minute and go there. And the man was 26 at the time. 26! Wow. I just wanna look the way he dressed, wow. I just want to say that.
That's just the normal ebb and flow of a relationship. And there's going to be tough times and there's going to be great times.
So you would have made it all the way to the altar?
Absolutely. Really? I mean, I said it to her in Mexico. I've run away from stuff before. And in this moment, I was not running away.
Okay.
So looking back, you don't think that you guys splitting was for the best? You think that you could have figured it out and had a successful marriage had you gone to that?
Well, that's a twofold question, dude. Making it to the altar. I think that making it to the altar is the precipice of this entire experiment, and that was taken from me. Being able to have a decision in that moment, I feel like I wasn't able to have that.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I would have said.
Yeah.
But now it's just, I mean, back then it was just, there was no question to answer. There was no, will you say I do?
So you don't know what you would have said, but you do know you would have made it to that point.
Yeah, and I would have given it a lot of thought.
Okay.
So another thing she mentioned in that video is, to refresh your memory, is that there was a derogatory comment that was made.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what she is talking about?
I do.
She alleges, was it true? Because I looked over and you had all kind of eyebrow action.
Because there's there's a difference between joking with someone and being able to move on from it if there is a pressure point, and being able to joking with someone and taking that out of context and spinning it and telling everyone that I said that it was a term. Whereas though I feel like we both were making jabs, and some of those jabs she wasn't joking, because we can see in her text messages that were leaked. She thought that was true. That in her heart, she felt like whatever she said to me in that moment was true.
So for people that don't understand, there were some texts to her friend leaked, and she was talking about you and in a way that was not kind, or not kind. It was more like, oh yeah, go check it out for yourself. I don't want to put words wrong. But we want to know your part in this. Mm-hmm. So you said it was from both of you.
Yeah.
What is the context of what you said that was derogatory that she completely misunderstood?
Yeah. And so Jackie's comments that were made to me were, she was calling me sweet, calling me, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I'm asking about what
I'm getting
I apologize.
Yeah, so I felt like it was my turn to make a jab. And so I said, you got a strong jawline. Like, you could have been a man for all I know. And it was wrong. I know. It was wrong.
Wait, did you say this while y'all were signing your marriage certificate?
Baby! But he ain't wrong, though. He ain't wrong, though. And at the end of the day, if you about to say and call this man gay, he had every right to call you trans. Period. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. Let's not do that.
No. This was the night before we met my family, and I held myself accountable in that moment, and I knew it was wrong because she took very clear offense to it, and I knew I always hold myself accountable for stuff in the moment, and even in the morning after, I held myself accountable and I said this will never happen again. And we're just learning each other. We don't really know what each other's triggers are. And so I thought that it was a safe space because she's coming at me, calling me out of my own sexual preference. She was
saying those things to your face. The things that we saw on text, she was saying them to you.
So you said you think this was a situation where both of you were joking, but it went too far?
It went too far.
Okay.
And I take full accountability for that.
I don't know how I'd feel if he talked about me like that. I get where
for sure. It was definitely wrong, and I take accountability for that.
Yeah.
However,
No. Both of them were wrong. Like, what are we talking about? I know she's not trying to take it there. Talking about, I would feel some way if you said that about me. Girl, bye, girl. Both of them were wrong.
I did not say a specific term.
You didn't use a derogatory
I did not use a derogatory term, no. I did not.
We will not be saying here today, by the way. You guys can imagine what that word is.
I did not say that word.
Okay.
And that word isn't even in my vocabulary.
So another thing, I'm just doing this because you couldn't remember the video.
Yeah.
She mentioned in the video was the ring. Oh my God, the ring heard round the world. This damn ring. At first I was like, what? Okay, what's going on here? So when I asked her that is not the response I thought I was going to get. Mm-hmm. She was very hell-bent on saying, you wanted to propose to somebody and stay on the show. And when I looked at you, again, you were like, that is not true. Yeah. So what is your take on that?
So the reason why I asked for the ring back was because it was a symbol of my love. We picked out those rings. And in that moment, I looked at that ring and I said, that's for her. And I felt like she didn't deserve to have that symbol of my love. And ultimately, I did not want to propose to anybody else.
Yeah. Okay.
That wasn't the case. And that's really wild that she would think that, because she was literally the only person that I was worried about in the pods. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the weirdest thing to me, is that she would think that I'm trying to propose to somebody else. Oh, no, I'm going to keep the ring. No.
But you did date someone else, and you spoke about this. Mm-hmm. When did you start dating her?
So,
and which
let's call a spade a spade.
Okay. I love that.
How many dates do you classify dating? Because we went on one singular date. Mm. And although we were talking back and forth, texting, so back it up. Keisha sent me a very beautiful voice message the day after Jackie and I broke up. Hey, I'm thinking about you. I know you really loved her. That really sucks.
How did she know you broke up? Because I didn't hear it.
Social media.
Oh, because Jackie posted something. I'm putting it together now. Okay.
So, I mean, it was pretty much known throughout the cast that we had broken up.
So she came in?
No, not necessarily coming in, but it was definitely like we had a connection in the pods, and I feel like that was just who she is. Keisha is a very caring and loving person, and she did that out of the kindness of her heart. And I was like, in the moment, I was like, oh, you know what? How you doing? Let's talk.
Yeah.
And we explored it, but I just couldn't move forward because I wanted to distance myself from that horrible experience that I had, and I just needed time to work on myself.
So Marshall, obviously, she said quite a bit in that video, but she also said quite a bit on social media and other ways. Is there anything that you want to say to Jackie? She's on the other side of that camera right there. Anything you want to get off your chest, correct, say to Jackie in this moment?
There's a lot that I would like to say. However, I feel like we both deserve to just move on from this. And the whole you versus me thing needs to die. Immediately. And not just because there seems to be a need to clear yourself or defend yourself. You have a whole dude. Like, you guys have been together for a year, and you're still trying to make something shake between, not shake between us, but you're trying to make something out of nothing, and it needs to stop because it's only causing more damage than good. So I don't have any feelings. I haven't had feelings for a year, so let's just, I don't want to call it truce, but I mean, I've offered that before.
Marshall funny. I like Marshall. Marshall is a G. I don't care what nobody say. Marshall is a G. And I don't care, again, what nobody says. If somebody's calling me sweet and I'm not, I would just say, you're trans. Like, he probably didn't say trans. You got a jawline. Like, you sure you wasn't a man? Like, what? Come on. It's the same wheelhouse. It's the same shit. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off and keep watching, y'all. I don't know if y'all liking this video or not. I don't know. But this shit is so good. Where's the off button? This is a very good reunion because, you know, I said that I wanted to hear about Kwame making the decision to move because it seemed like that was so vital and pivotal in their storyline, and he's saying that wasn't the issue. 6 months out of the year he was a nomad and left the country. So this is a very good reunion.
And we talked about transitioning from that life, and she came at it in such a beautiful, empathetic, and caring way that I knew that if I put that side of that life aside and I married my dream girl, we would find that life again, and it'd all be worth it.
Yeah.
Can I say something to all of you? And this is true for everybody on this stage.
Uh-oh, Daddy's about to talk.
When you do something like this and you put yourself on TV and people watch, they feel entitled to have an opinion, and that's fair because it's television. But there's only one truth, and that's the truth that you all live each and every day. So you're going to hear a lot of noise out there. You can hear a lot of talk out there. Live your truth. True for every one of you up here. Live your truth and you're going to be fine.
That's right. Absolutely. Sure, Marshall.
I just think that there's a lot of grace that needs to be given to everyone here, regardless of what was said, what you're seeing, and what we're all hearing. It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't in the grand scheme of things because we all put ourselves out there, and no matter if it's Irina, Micah, myself, anyone on this side, these guys here, this is all about love. And it's never supposed to be about this drama, this hell-bent on fighting. This is about these two here, those two there, and those two there. Period.
And I agree with that. And what I will say to add to that, Marshall, on that note, and real quick to what you were saying, Kwame, it's not, we saw a little percentage, but some of it is about drama and fighting. And trust me when I tell you, I've been with this man for 17 years. It's not how roses.
Girl, Vanessa is a whole mess.
It's not all roses and butterflies. But it's how we react to those, how we turn towards each other, how we work through it. Whether it's in a relationship with my girlfriends, or whether it's a relationship with my husband or with the people I work with. So everybody, I'm so proud of you guys for continuing to work on yourselves and be better. Because that is what relationships are all about. We do have a special clip here. This is someone from Love is Blind in a past season. They sent a video question for the married couples. Let's take a look.
What is going on, y'all? It is Bartiz from Love is Blind Season 3. This is my son, Hayden. He's also a massive fan of the Love is Blind franchise. He has watched Season 4. He has not watched Daddy's Season. He will not ever watch Daddy's Season, hopefully. But we both have a question for the Season 4 cast. Out of the final couples, congratulations to you all. Who is going to be the first to become parents? Who is going to be the first couple to have a little cute...
Who is Bartiz? Do I need to watch Season 3? Who did Bartiz get together with? Where's the girl? I'm confused.
Pie, just like I do right here. Say hi, Hayden. Hi, Bubba. Take care, y'all.
There it is.
Okay, seriously, if that doesn't make your ovaries burn, I don't know. Y'all, I want a number 4 so. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Okay, but I need to know who's gonna give me our first Love is Blind baby. I don't want to ask if you're trying, because that's TMI. Obviously, you're all.
So no one from all 4 seasons has had a baby. So Bartiz didn't get married at the altar. He had a baby with somebody else. I'm so confused.
I hope you're all trying.
No, we do actually. We'll start with Brett and Tiffany. What are you guys thinking on the baby timeline?
No, I was just gonna say, as of right now, like, we're really just trying to enjoy our marriage. So, like, we're traveling the world. We're still getting to learn one another. But the thing is, like, we're so committed to one another. We want to have our life set before we bring a life into this world. So it's not about, oh, we have to have a baby right away. It has to be at the right time.
Yeah. Perfect.
And I was just about to make a joke. I was like, Jesus, y'all really put the baby pressure.
This one.
My God. But just to echo kind of what Tiff said, I mean, you know, obviously for us, and for any one of us that got married, it's such a drastic transition. And definitely for her, like, you know, it really wasn't aired that much in the show, but me living in Portland and her living in Seattle was like a big thing for us, because with my job and her job, it was pretty much understood that she would have to relocate. So, you know, obviously we went through a lot of change as a couple, but she personally has made a lot of like sacrifice for the sake of our relationship, and I'm very thankful for her to do that. So with that, we're loving life together.
But Brett, how cute are baby Air Force One's gonna be?
Vanessa is a mess.
We can do it.
I have to say something, like, all of these people are gorgeous. These are gorgeous people, right? Gorgeous people. Like, I look at these beautiful black people, Marshall, Brett, and Tiffany. Brett is fine. Then you look at Chelsea is gorgeous. Then you look at, what's his name? Kwame, Bliss, and Zach out of nowhere. Zach became Brad Pitt. He's gorgeous. These people are gorgeous. And what makes them to the level of gorgeous is their personality and who they are as people, or at least who they are as we see them on TV. Like, Brett, like, wow. Marshall, what? Kwame, what? Zach, like, all 4 of these men are top-notch dudes. Wow. And the women are great too, but y'all know what I like.
Hey, listen, when Baby Brown comes, listen.
Baby Brown. Baby Brown.
I'm going to call her Baby Brown. When Baby Brown get here, hey, fly.
Love it. No doubt.
Chelsea and Kwame.
You know, I mean, I think when I entered this, like, the clock was kind of ticking in my mind. And I think one thing that's so beautiful about this is that Kwame, like, I had to grow to be with Kwame too. People may not have seen that. But I love my marriage and I respect Kwame so much that I'm like, let's step back. We're going to let it happen when it needs to happen. For me, that's a beautiful gift that Kwame could have given me.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Well, we do things really fast. Our engagement was only 2 weeks and a couple days, much shorter than everyone else's. I can't wait to have this man.
Oh, you're going to tell me.
Crawling over me.
No. You know, we're not.
Wait, I'm sure you don't do all things fast.
Girl, she's a mess. She's a mess. She's a mess. This girl's a mess.
Well, I can't wait to like have a family with him, and I'm excited for it. And you know, we're still talking about when that time is, but I'm really, really excited for it.
Well, clearly this one can't wait. Whenever the time is,
No, I will say,
ready.
I think that you guys, one last thing from an old married couple, I think that you guys are right to settle in yourselves as a couple and to create that foundation. Because when you do get kids, that foundation is what you're going to fall back on. We continue to fall back on that. And we know that when they're 18, they leave and we've got each other. But it does get pretty awesome when you have kids. By the way, hi, kids.
Go to bed.
Not watching this.
Go to bed. You're up too late. Well, guys, we are all so grateful for all of you participating in this. More drama and tears while you're in love. From the creators of Love is Blind comes the ultimatum Queer Love, and we have the first look right now. Check it out.
Check it out. Bye, guys.
I don't even want to say her name anymore. She's like Voldemort to me. The experience was 10 people coming here, meeting other people who you could find something with. What did you come here for?
Hello, everyone. You're all here because someone in your relationship has issued an ultimatum. Everybody's there. Each of you are compatible with multiple people here. Someone here could be a good fit for me.
I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with somebody.
But I'm not ready to commit to marriage. So I gave an ultimatum. Either I leave here engaged or we're done.
I want to get married to this person. I want to bring children into the world with this person.
I don't want permanency. I don't want stability. I want freedom.
I want to live with you for 5 years and then I'm open to it.
I don't want to go into a marriage having these issues. If you don't like my dog, you can get the fuck out. Sometimes you can't see when the person is right in front of you.
You came in here with an ultimatum. You knew what you wanted. And now you don't.
You can't have us both.
Let me find somebody who's ready.
You said you wanted to marry me, but you fell in love with someone else in a week and a half.
You wanted me to figure out what I wanted. And I wanted to find out if
Where's the gay love? Now, ain't nothing about this show I'm going to be able to watch. I'm not going to be able to watch this show. And that's okay, you know. Where's the gay love? I guess they got to try the queer love out first. Child. I just knew some dudes was going to walk up on here. Don't play with me like that. What? Maybe y'all need me on that show. I want to find love. Oh, man, I got so excited. Anyways, what did y'all think? Vanessa is a great host, right? Because she asks all the questions that the fans have. And I commend all of these individuals for being able to articulate themselves in the most profound way and under so much pressure. Pressure being the nastiness of social media. This was a great season, and Bartise is fine. Who is he supposed to marry, and where is she at? I'm so confused. Bartise is fine, and who did he have that baby with? What? I didn't watch 2 or 3. I saw 1, and then I watched 4, but 4 was good. 4 was really, really good. I'm proud of Kwame and Chelsea, Brett and Tiffany and Zach and Bliss. Phenomenal people. And I'm so happy that they are still in love. And a year later, they're still together. Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought. Deuces.